You're sitting in your 2008 Corolla in a Walmart parking lot at 2:13 in the morning. The air inside smells like stale fries, cheap deodorant, and the kind of cold sweat you only produce when you're $30 away from a total collapse. Your phone screen is a spider web of cracks that slice into your thumb every time you refresh your bank app. Negative $37.42. The red text looks like a fresh wound. Forget what the guys in suits tell you. Sports betting isn't about greed. It's not about wanting a bigger TV or a boat you can name after your ex-wife. Sports betting doesn't sell you money. It sells you one last way to not feel poor. One 30-minute window where you don't feel like a loser. It's a panic response. It's the final, vibrating prayer of a man who realizes that 40 hours a week at the Amazon warehouse won't even cover the interest on his own existence. The system doesn't hunt you down when you're winning. It waits for you to trip. It finds you when your molar has been throbbing for 3 weeks. But dental insurance feels like a rumor for people who work in skyscrapers. It finds you when your car registration is 6 months expired, and every cop car you pass feels like a heart attack in a Ford Explorer. Then, the ad pops up. It's some TikTok alpha male with a filtered jawline, standing in front of a rented Porsche in Miami. He calls you king. He talks about mathematical certainty and generational wealth. He tells you your 9 to 5 is a cage, and this 10-leg parlay is the key that opens it. You know it's a grift. You aren't stupid. But then you look at that negative balance again, and suddenly, the grift looks like a life raft. Your shame has a business model, and business is booming. You scrounge $30 from the emergency stash in your glove box. Money meant for the gas that gets you to the job you hate. And you feed the beast. The app interface is gorgeous. It's all rounded corners and pastel colors. It doesn't look like a smoky backroom casino. It looks like a game your nephew plays on his iPad. It feels safe. It feels like it wants you to be okay. You start building the life changer, a 10-leg parlay. You don't need a degree in statistics to know the math is a death trap. You just need a reason to believe that Tuesday won't be as miserable as Monday. You pick the favorites. A quarterback to throw for 2 touchdowns. A point guard to hit a couple of triples. Individually, these things are easy. Together, they're a miracle. The app shows you the payout, $9,000. Suddenly, the air in your beat-up car feels expensive. $9,000 isn't just cash. It's a reset button. It's a new tooth. It's a month where you don't have to choose between the electric bill and a grocery run. You aren't a warehouse drone anymore. You're an investor. You're a sharp. You're one Sunday away from the life the commercials promised you. Sunday arrives, and for the first time in months, your heart is actually beating. You aren't just watching a game. You're watching an escape plan. Leg 1 hits, then another, then another. By the evening games, you're 7 for 10. Your pulse is a drum solo against your ribs. You're pacing your studio apartment, stepping over a pile of final notice envelopes you're too scared to open. You start spending the money in your head. You look at your stained mattress and imagine a frame that doesn't squeak. You look at the empty fridge and imagine a steak that didn't come from a plastic tray. Dopamine isn't happiness. It's just a leash that keeps you from running away. Leg 8 hits on a last-second field goal. Leg 9 hits in overtime. You are 9 for 10. 1 leg left. Monday Night Football. You just need a wide receiver to get 50 yards. 50 yards is 2 catches. It's a jog. It's a formality. You go to work on Monday with a secret. Your supervisor screams at you about a mislabeled pallet, and you just smile like a maniac. You think, go ahead, Bark. In 4 hours, I'm quitting this place. You tell your coworker you're all good when he asks why you're grinning at a cardboard box. Because in America, being broke is one thing. Looking broke is a social death sentence. You're wearing the mask. You're playing the part of a man who isn't drowning. Monday night. You're back in your car because the Wi-Fi at the apartment finally got cut off. You're connected to a public hotspot, watching the play-by-play like it's a heart monitor. The receiver gets 30 yards in the first quarter. You're tasting the victory. It's metallic, like blood and warm Miller Lite. Then, the ugly shows up. On a routine slant, the receiver's foot catches on the turf. You watch his knee buckle in high def. You see him clutch the grass. The trainers come out. The ruled out notification pops up on your screen like a digital guillotine. He finished with 32 yards. You needed 50. The $9,000 doesn't just vanish. It feels like it was ripped out of your chest. You weren't just betting money. You were betting your last shred of self-respect. And now, the app is sitting there, silent and clean. While you're left in a dark parking lot with a car, you're praying will start tomorrow morning. And a molar that won't stop screaming. But the system doesn't leave you in the dark for long. It knows you're at your weakest. It knows that right now, you'd sell your soul to stop feeling like a failure. A new notification pops up, not from the betting app, from a financial wellness app. It's got a cute name, something like Breezy or Lender. The icon is a smiling cloud. The app doesn't look evil. That's the trick. It has friendly fonts and a mascot that looks like it would help you find a lost kitten. It offers you $300 instantly. No credit check, just a small fee. You don't read the terms. You don't see the 420% annual percentage rate. You don't see the mandatory tip that eats $20 off the top. You just see a way to fix the parlay. You think, if I just had another 100, I could hit a three-legger and get back to zero. I'm not losing. I'm just in a slump. You take the loan. It takes 30 seconds. It's easier than buying a pack of gum. Now, you aren't just broke. You're owned. You go right back into the betting app. You don't even look at the games. You look at the boosted odds. You're chasing a ghost. You put the whole 300 on a lock you saw on a Discord server run by a guy who calls every losing pick valuable research. You lose it all in 20 minutes on a garbage time layup in a West Coast basketball game you didn't even want to watch. Now, the reality of the collapse sets in. Next Friday, the Payday loan app is going to reach into your bank account and pull out $400. You only make $500 a week. You still have the negative balance. You still have the expired tags. You still have the toothache. But you still have to go to work. You stand on the warehouse floor, moving boxes of high-end blenders you'll never own. And you act like everything is fine. You tell your coworkers, "I'm good," while your brain is a frantic calculator, trying to figure out which utility bill you can ignore for another 30 days. You look at your phone every 10 minutes, hoping for a bonus, or a free bet, or a miracle. You're the liquidity in the system, and you're still eating vending machine crackers for dinner. The sports betting influencer on your feed posts a video from a private jet. He's telling you to stay disciplined. He's telling you that scared money don't make money. He's a salesman for your own destruction, smiling through a ring light while he turns your panic into an affiliate commission. The algorithm doesn't care about your soul. It remembers that you paused on a comeback ad when you were at your lowest. It knows the exact shade of green that makes you click confirm. You aren't a person to them. You're a user. You're an LTV, lifetime value. They don't need you to win. They just need you to keep returning to the scene of the crime. By Wednesday, the "I'm good" mask is falling off. You ignored a text from your mom asking about Christmas because you can't afford the gas, and you're too ashamed to tell her you lost the gift money on a receiver's ACL. You're sitting in your apartment with the lights off to save $5, watching a YouTube stream of a guy in a neon room opening digital loot crates. You realize that your entire life has become a series of loading bars and payment screens. You aren't an outlier. You're the target demographic. America used to sell you the self-made man. Now it sells you the self-harvested one. It's built on the guy who is so tired and so broke that a 10-leg parlay looks like a more realistic path to freedom than a promotion. The hustle mentors, the crypto kings, and the betting gurus all sell the same lie: that you can gamble your way out of a system that only exists because you're gambling. The payday loan hits your account on Friday morning. Your paycheck is gone before the direct deposit even settles. Your balance is back in the red. You sit in the break room staring at the vending machine. Your coworker sits down next to you. He looks like he's been held together by duct tape and Monster Energy since 2012. He leans in and whispers, "Hey, I got a lock for the Thursday night game. 5-legger. Payout is huge. You in?" You look at him. You see the same desperation, the same cracked phone, the same "I'm good" lie written in the bags under his eyes. You should tell him to run. You should tell him about the smiling cloud mascot and the 420% interest. You should tell him that a receiver's knee is more powerful than his strategy, but you don't. Because if he's still in, then maybe you aren't crazy. If he's still betting, then maybe there's still a chance. You ask, "Who you got?" You pull out your phone. The betting app opens instantly. It remembers you. It missed you. The interface is so bright. The buttons are so round. You didn't get unlucky. You got harvested on schedule. And Thursday? The app already knows you'll be back.